To me, it was a no-brainer. JT told me her name was on the portal, and I called her. I'm looking out at center field. I called her when I was standing in center field because when you get big names on, you got to get at them real quickly. So luckily, she answered the phone, said she was interested. I just remember facing her, and she's tough, and her presence. She's tall and she's strong. She handled us very, very well. So I knew that she would be somebody we would be interested in. She was an easy fit, talking to her on the phone, really easy, really engaging. You probably felt that just by talking to her. Very sweet smile, good personality. What she has done with us is let's learn a lot about pitching. And I think her training was not maybe getting the most out of her. And I feel like we're starting to tap into that now. So much so that she's talking about wanting to be a pitching coach. So she is planning to be our grad assistant with us next year. And it's almost like she's a kid at a candy store, just so like, I never knew this. And, oh, what's that? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, wow, let me try that. It's like a whole fresh new perspective that's really paying off on the mound. So she is a perfect, wonderful fit here and just a joy to work with on a daily basis. We knew that we had to have at least 3 really strong pitchers, and my expectation, she was going to be one of those, and she has. I just think she still has a lot to give. I think the way we want to use her, we could use her as a starter. We could use her as a closer. So she can come in and really offset Jordy, offset Nicole May. There's a rhyme and reason of how we want to use them against certain competition. But she had a great weekend out in Hawaii, had a lot of strikeouts, threw the ball hard. Felt like she was throwing really hard this weekend. So we need her. In order to win, we need Hope to be good. Really comfortable tone about her, very happy person. And I think pitchers need someone like that. I think they respond to someone who has pitched and has been in those big games, and Hope has already been in some of those big games, even from North Texas. So I think her experience and her delivery is going to be very popular with pitchers. I'm a good living example of what that felt like through Paige Parker. And it was a while ago, but I can still remember the feelings of being extremely uncomfortable, pushing her to a limit that I was uncomfortable with. Throwing every inning and every pitch of every game from the regional through the World Series. And I don't want to damage an athlete's life. Those are things I really don't want to be responsible for. And I just knew I remember feeling after that, we won the World Series. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. I cannot just ride Jordy Ball to the promised land because I'm going to potentially ruin her career. And I don't want to do that. So really making sure we always have 3 very quality pitchers to work together. And we've got Macy McAdoo, who's getting better every day. She could be an option for us as well. So it's just too much these days for one arm to handle. It's a different level of stress. I think the level of team, the level of offense is quite different. It's 1 through 9. It's not like 1 through 5, and then you can get away with pitches after that. Mm-hmm. I think the swings are harder. The bats are more aggressive. There's just so much behind it. But I just feel the level of play every year is at a whole nother level. And you see new teams like Duke and Clemson and teams like that. It's not like 1 through 5. It's like truly 1 through 20, and probably like 1 through 12 to 15 that can truly win a national championship. And that takes a toll for sure. And I don't know, being now super regional, we used to just kind of have regionals and then go to the World Series. That was a while ago, but back then pitchers could handle that. So now you're adding a whole nother weekend with the super regional as well.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.